All right, time for another 8 ball match. This one's going to feature Tonya, newest member of the Dead Ball Society team, going up against. I want to say Jorge on this, and I've heard everybody call him Jorge, and I've also heard everybody call him just George. So if you watch my channel, and I'll just ask you next Tuesday when I see you. But how do you want it pronounced? You know, I see that spelling, and I immediately think Jorge, but I do hear a lot of your team calling you George. So anyhow, Tanya's going to win the lag on that one, and I'll call him George for now. He's going to rack up for us. Just a couple of quick announcements while he's racking up. There's still room for an entire team to join Tuesday nights with us at Mad Hippo. We got it's double jeopardy. So if you've got a group of friends, 8 people who want to play 8 and 9 ball in one evening and have a chance at a trip once a year and at triannuals 3 times a year, come on down. We got room. Oh, we got a solid in. Looks like maybe a 4 ball. Oh, must have been a strap that went in. That was the 4. That was the. Ooh, hard to tell. Everything's showing me the white side of it. I think that was the 12. She wound up with a shot here, possibly on that, what looks to be the 13 or possibly the 11. That's the 11. Let's do the 10 ball to win it. That was the 4. Now that Jorge is George, that's gonna mess with me the entire match. He's got it lined up on the 1 ball. Doesn't have a real good shot at anything else, but that 1 ball's. If he can back cut that in there, I'll be amazed. That would be a heck of a shot. Maybe he's just trying to bank it. Almost made it. That was a rough one to try and get. All right. I just got a shot here at either the 14 or whatever this one is. See if we can see as it rolls by. Nope. I see the 9, the 14, and the 15 still on the table. So I don't see. Oh, there's the 13. There goes the 14. Nice shot. And jack up there with the up on top of the rail. Tonya was a skill level 4 when I first met her out at Fireside in Polk County. I played out there for uh, just a session. I didn't stay playing out there for very long. It took me twice as long to get there as it does to get to Mad Hippo, even though it's about the same distance. Just one of those things where Traffic was terrible trying to get there. Uh, puts in the one ball for George. George is a skill level 2 in this, but I definitely don't think he will stay a skill level 2 for long. He's got good instincts for shots. He's a pretty good straight shooter. Um, he gets a couple sessions under his belt. He's gonna start moving right on up like that. What a nice shot! Great control of speed. Left himself with the 7, the 3, the 5, the 6. He's got any of his balls on the table. He's got a good shot at, and this is a good choice. It's crowding the 15 and the 8, and he can bump the 8 a little bit. Ooh, I don't like putting it up against the rail though. I think I would have hit that a little harder. Still got a good shot on the 3. I think I'd take the 7 here. I think he's lined up on the 5. The reason being that right there, where you get just a little bit further than you want to be. I'm sure he was thinking about holding here and taking that, but now he's got this shot, which is not bad. But he's still got to get on the 8, and he's got a very narrow window to accomplish it. He manages it and doesn't get the rail shot. Well, not an easy shot to get, so he did kind of pop up on that one. Putting the pressure on Tonya. See what she goes with first. Looks like the 9 ball is her choice. If she puts some follow on this, I mean, she must have almost bumped into the player on this table 5 right over here. It happens quite a bit. Somebody on that end of table 5 will bump into whoever's here on table 6. She puts some follow through on this and gets the cue ball up here. Even if she doesn't make the shot, she leaves George with a hard one. Yep. Wow, that almost dropped. I'm kind of glad it didn't, because then she'd have to follow that up with something on the 13 or the 15. What a shot. What a shot. That's what I mean when I say I don't think he's going to stay at 2 for very long. In fact, I think he's a 3 now. So he had joined APA, I think, at the beginning of this session. Lost the first couple of matches, and you're in that category, starting off as a 3, and you lose right off the bat. They generally drop you down to a 2. I think he's going to be a real solid player, though, for his team. Nice break. Nothing down. Yeah, that's my old leg brace right there. I don't have to wear that anymore. If you aren't familiar, I've mentioned it before. I had total knee replacement surgery about 2 months ago, and I am no longer using a brace. Actually, doing really well. So the first month was rough. Oh man. Uh, just yeah. All right, looking at the 5 ball, probably his best choice from what the table looks like right now. Got quite a mess right here. Oh, misses it. Table's still open now, so Tonya can do whatever she wants with this, including combination shots. But she tried for the 4 in the corner. Back to George. Got a fairly easy shot here, a really much easier shot on the 10. But he could also go solids, take this 5 ball on up. Got enough there for the 1 ball. Notice he didn't really walk around the table. Um, Definitely a thing with, your newer players have a tendency to see a shot from where they're sitting and don't look around for other shots when they get to the table. Um, if he did, I think he might have gone a different direction. All right. Well, he's stripes now. Get a lot of Latin American players at Mad Hippo, and they don't refer to them as solids and stripes. They little ones, big ones, right? Solid stripes, I think, is something that I think I mentioned it before when I was a kid, growing up playing the on the table in my dad's garage, my parents' house. We called them stars and stripes. So I think stripes has stayed on, but the stars part has left that that labeling for the balls. And he just put in a solid, but he put in a stripe earlier. I just sworn he. Oh, Tonya pointing it out to him. Hey, aren't you stripes? Would have been nice for somebody to point it out to him before he took the shot. So that'll be ball in hand, Tonya. One thing I really love about my team, all my teams, we are not someone who is going to let you take a shot like that, generally speaking, and not speak up before you do it because we want to win because we played better than you, not because you made an error like that, forgot what you were supposed to be shooting at. I think I've mentioned it before. It might be a long time ago now, but one of my key rules for my team is don't be a jerk. I don't have time for that on my team. All right. Oh, that one was a close call. Might have hit the wrong ball first, but nobody called to watch the shot, so that'll stand. And you're looking at the 6 ball. Not quite. Last night was playoffs for this session, and my team ended up with first place, but because there's only 5 9-ball teams, first place plays a wild card to see about going to triannuals, tri-cups, as we call them. So we ended up playing against the Gladiators team, who had drawn the wild card, and we managed to win. It was a close one, but we managed that win. And so we're going to tri-cups. And as far as 8-ball goes, shot callers was second place, but because there's 6 8-ball teams, they got first place gets an automatic into tri-cups, and second place plays a wild card. So they played the wild card last night team, which was boats and holes, and they won. Shot callers managed to hang on to that, and they'll be going to tri-cups as well. Tonya, really brand new to the team during this, and I know she was a bit nervous, which is, you can kind of tell she's popping up quite a bit, taking her shots. She's doing much better now. Managed to feel a little bit more at ease. I think right at this first couple of weeks, she was feeling like she really had to prove herself as part of the team. Tonya, I saw you play at Fireside. Spencer vouched for you. You didn't have anything to prove. I know that comes a little late. I know we've had that conversation, but yeah, I wasn't gonna see you play the first couple of weeks and go like, never mind, you're not a good fit. I don't work that way. All right, nice shot there on the 15 combo. There goes the 12. And the 10. This is going to be a hard one. I'm not sure he can, he would have to cheat the pocket to get around that too and get that in. And diamond table, narrow pocket. These are pro cut. You can barely get 2 balls in there. And the idea of squeaking that by the 2, I'd try and put it in front of the pocket by all means. But I would very much doubt that I would be able to get it around the 2 and into that pocket. All right, starting off with the 5 ball. This makes a really good next choice here. 4 ball. Put you in line for the 6. Oh, not quite. On the upside, did not give George any good shots. Gonna kick at that, and he manages it nice and smooth. Well, other than being up against a rail, I mean, the 2 ball goes here, the 6 ball goes here. The 3 ball, that's the hardest shot of the bunch, but it looks like it would go. Tonya is a very animated player. And I love that energy. Don't get me wrong. He does at times let it, that kind of energy start before the shot ends. Oh, that would have been a real good one. She would have put herself right on that three ball. Yeah, George jumped up a little bit on that one. I think that threw his aim off and really didn't, a little bit harder than I think necessary for getting that into the corner. Might also cause some problems. Cut shot on the six and come back up table. Oh, no good. Give George a long shot on the six ball, or on the nine ball, excuse me. Yeah, I'm just going to get another shot at these. Nice, right by the nine ball with that. Great shot, Tonya. She can stop shot this. She's going to have a long shot on the four all the way up the table, but a definitely makeable shot. Oh, don't get behind that. She's a little bit stuck there. And Nelson's going to come up and give her a timeout. He's advising her to go ahead and just do a really shallow push up to the eight ball here as a defensive move. Ball in hand for George, but it's tied up the eight ball and the 14 ball with it. And he's going to just knock things apart. That really worked out well for him. 14's easily going in all kinds of ways here, depending on where the cue ball lands. The four ball is partially covered by the 14, so Tonya doesn't have a good straight shot at it. Oh, we're going to get lucky? No, we are not. Although he still has to come back up. The tangent line on this should bring him back up this way. Gonna go a little further. It's gonna go for that side pocket anyway. I think I'd shoot for the bank right here. It's almost a beautiful natural line for that side pocket shot with the bank. He does it though. Wow. What a shot. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. He's a solid player. Just a solid player. I think him being knocked down to 2 is just a matter of the fact that, he got put up against a couple of people that beat him out the gate. Oh, I was mentioning to him about marking his pocket. So not that I'm going to call him on it or make him lose the match because of it, but I know there are other teams out there, other folks who would, because he didn't mark his pocket, say, "Hey, you lost your rack." So, some quick announcements. For those of you who have heard about my chip tournaments, I'm going to have another chip tournament coming up December 13th. I have not had one in a while due to my knee surgery and recovery. But Mad Hippo, December 13th. If you're interested in the chip tournament, come on down. We like to get those started no later than 3 o'clock. I'd honestly love to get them started earlier than that, but I have a tendency to have players not enough players show up until about 3. It's $20 to enter, uh, and you get the number of chips you get are based on your skill level, either APA or Fargo, and then every race is a race to 2. You lose your race to 2, you lose a chip, you bring it back to me. Last person with chips gonna take home first place. Thanks, everybody. Hope to see you in a pool hall soon. Just an announcement for folks. I wanted to let everybody know that we've got some updates to the triannual coming up for this last session. Instead of being held at the Moose Lodge, we are going to be at Trick Shots Metro West. We are looking at starting 8-ball as normal, 7 o'clock on Friday, and then Saturday sometime 9-ball will start. A couple things about the venue. There is no smoking by APA players. It is a smoking venue, but Diane has said no smoking by APA players is going to be allowed. So be aware of that, and hope to see you there. I'll be live streaming.